to the Color and Life podcast.
Or welcome back, whichever matches the experience you have with us.
I'm John Michael.
I am Jennifer.
And we can be found on www.colorandlifepodcast.com.
All the information is there. If you're wondering about a Maker of the Month, if you're wondering about where you can find us, how you can contact us, what
Coupon
our Instagrams
codes, contest rules,
how to find us
links
on
to books
Ravelry,
and stuff we've talked about.
all of it's there.
Not this episode, though. We will not include links to everything we talked about in this episode. That would be too much. You'll understand later.
If we have a book that we recommend specifically or that we discuss, then we will. But
yes.
The movies and stuff. No, we're going to
No,
do all of the links to all of those things.
No.
All right.
This is episode 35.
It is.
Target date for upload is going to be Tuesday, September 28th.
26th.
26th is what it actually says on the sheet. 26th.
So we're hoping that is true, depending on how
may
things
not
go
happen.
Tomorrow.
We have life that happens to us.
We have life that happens to us all the time. All right. And what do we have for our viewers? We forgot to tell them where we can be found.
Oh, yes. So
Junip on Ravelry.
Yes.
Sandboxer 7
on Ravelry.
And he discovered today that he gets mail on Ravelry.
Stop making fun of me.
That people make friends. People friend him.
Stop making fun of me.
Okay.
You know everyone's going to friend me now.
Yes.
Literally everyone.
Everyone who watches will friend you now. Yes.
Okay. So,
right.
and your Genuine Knits, most other social media places.
Most other social media places, yes.
So, this week we have all the alongs. We have Show and Tell. We have a Maker of the Month.
We have two Makers of the Month.
Two Makers of the Month, because it's gonna run over into the next
October, before you see us again, it'll be October.
month. So we wanted to give them, a good amount of time.
We have a new giveaway, and we announced the old giveaway winner.
Right, we announced the old giveaway winner. So if you entered, please look through. And
we have a conversation.
We have a new giveaway, and then we have a conversation, which is
intense.
Proportionally, this is the conversation, and this is the rest of our episode. So,
But I thought it was fun.
It was really fun. We go through a lot of nostalgia, and yeah, it's fun. So,
okay.
I hope you enjoy.
On with the show.
On with the show.
On with the show.
The Festivus for the rest of us. Make along.
Yep.
So
I have.
You do?
A pattern.
We have a development.
We have a development.
Oh wait, is this your wash class? We did your wash class last time.
No, I'm doing some scrubbies.
Oh, scrubbies.
I've looked and I have searched and I have found a scrubby pattern.
Ooh, scrubbies.
I don't know if it's the best one. I'm still exploring that. But I have found a few. And so that is what I will probably be starting to work on at some point in the near future, is some scrubbies. And I also have quite a few yards of warp left on my loom for towels, so I probably will be doing some towels too.
Cool.
Out of that. And possibly some towels on my big loom too.
And just to clarify for all those
I can get my big
who are
loom up.
new, the Festivus for the rest of us make along is a make along purely for the purpose of avoiding stress knitting.
Yes.
So don't stress knit.
Holiday stress knitting. Yep.
Holiday stress knitting is the main. It's a word synonymous with enemy.
The main
There's a word.
opponent?
Opponent of this knit along.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Nemesis.
it. Nemesis. Yeah. Maybe.
Alright.
The nemesis of this knit. Alright, that works. That works.
The nemesis of the knit along?
Yes. Stress.
The make along.
Well, yeah.
Okay. The main idea is you started after summer solstice and you finish before winter solstice.
Yep.
Whatever you get done in that time that is related to holidays in any way, and we are very, very tutor friendly, So convince us it's related to the holidays or gift knitting or something like that somehow. It's in. We have quite a few entries.
Cheater friendly? Is that what you said?
Yes, I did say cheater friendly.
Okay, but see, if we're friendly to it, then
Then
it's not cheating. That's how cheating works. Cheating is explicitly defying the rules.
Okay.
If we state in the rules that we are amenable
to bending the rules?
amenable to bending the rules, then it's not cheating.
Okay. So, we're flexible.
Is
Convince
the point.
us.
Is the
And we're
point.
good. All right. And then we have and we're doing it with David Dogdare.
Yes, it's a collaboration.
With the David Dogdare podcast.
With
With the Dogdare podcast, and David is David behind
David
the
of
Dogdare.
Dogdare.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
is
That thing that
with David of Dogdare.
Yes, that.
With
that
that thing that
happened.
she just failed to say.
Okay,
Moving on.
moving on to hashtag Festivus for the rest of us MAL. And that will have been down here for a while.
So,
Next is the design along.
yes.
The design has been offered to several podcasts to be offered as a giveaway. If you have won it, and you're coming and checking us out for the first time, that's awesome. And you want to do which pattern? This pattern. Right here. The black tie affair. And then you can enter it in our design along, because anyone who knits or test knits any of our patterns can enter their object in our design along.
Yes.
And John Michael has a pattern out now.
What? I do?
Yeah, because you wrote it with me.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, it's not under my name.
it's under both of our names.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's published by you.
I published it. Yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have
It's
a pattern.
published under Genuine.
Nope. Okay.
So, and that's design along. Color and Life design along. Hashtag Color and Life design along.
Yep.
All right. Anything else new there?
Yes.
We did the shawl. The conifer cups was released. The washcloths for that you could do as gifts. Free pattern that's released. Those count. What else? Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
We done with all the alongs?
Yes.
Alrighty, that's all our alongs. Oh, we didn't find out if you had anything for the
No.
Festivus.
I don't.
Oh, alrighty. Answered.
I
What's next?
need to start thinking about if I'm making knitted things for people this year, or, all.
Making anything. Because it's not just knitted.
Well, yeah.
It's a make-along.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's time to move on to showing off. I think it's
Showing
your
off.
turn.
It's show off. My turn?
It's definitely your turn, because you're about to finish a row, and that means that you get to
Yes.
show your beautiful shawl
This
thing
is true.
that is
And I am so close.
akin to a shawl.
It is a shawl.
No,
It's
I
not
think
akin
it's
to.
like a shawl.
It's shawl-ish.
It is.
Is that a thing? Is that a word? Shawl-ish?
Nah, I think it's a shawl.
Okay. Me too. Alright,
I was just
finished the
giving
row.
you a hard time.
This is my fade. And let's see, where was I last time? All the way down here. Holy cow. You need hands to help. Helping hands. Okay, so I was all the way down here.
And the rows are getting bigger. Yeah.
No, they're not.
No, they're
They're
not.
just shifting.
Oh, they're just. Oh, they're,
See?
Okay.
This center line shifts. So I was here, and
I like
I
this
have
open work.
the lace. That's cool, isn't it? Let's hold it up so I can see it better. So then there's the color meld. Show them the color melting part. Nope, down.
I went down.
The shawl needs to go down.
I
To
see.
show the color
you were
melting.
showing this
Yes.
one. I was
This
going.
color melt.
I was going the other one.
Yeah, exactly. He's going this color melt.
There are many color melts.
There are many
in
color
this
melts
shawl.
in this shawl.
It's a big shawl.
So, when I finish this, I have, let's see, how many rows do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 18 more actual rows going back and forth, but 9 more over and backs. So, and then this puppy is
That didn't make a
done.
whole lot of sense, just so you know.
Were we going through the colors this time? No. Next time when it's done, we'll go through all the colors that are in this beautiful thing. And it doesn't seem that big to me. Everybody says it's like this monster thing. And I suppose it will be bigger after it's blocked. And it does seem
It is a substantial shawl, Mother.
kind of big here. But anyway,
It is a
So,
substantial shawl.
this is
You
the Find Your Fave.
You just don't recognize it as big because you don't feel like you've spent as much time knitting on it as you actually have.
Maybe.
Because of all the color changes.
I'm also kind of large. So that's part of it too. Okay. What's next? Is it your turn or my turn?
What? I don't know. How many things do you have?
I have
More things than me.
more things. So I need to do another one?
Yep.
Should I do a done and beautiful or
Wait. No, I'm going to show mine.
Okay. Then I shall
Oh.
start on another row.
I've got a thing.
You have a thing.
It's done and beautiful.
No. It's a half done.
No,
beautiful.
it's a done and beautiful.
Both of them are done?
No.
Oh.
It is a done and beautiful.
Oh, this one's
It is a done mitten. It even has no fringe.
all the ends are woven in.
They are.
Woohoo! You got to show that up closer.
Yeah,
'cause
I
that's-
will, because it's a really cool pattern. I love it. And I'm going to be so warm. But that is
And
like
that is
perfect.
so perfect. The color's perfect.
Mhm.
The pattern, you can see the pattern so
And
well.
I love it. It's just, it's such a good
How
pattern.
close are you to the next one?
Oh, the next one I will show you is a UFO. And I'm about that far along.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
You
it's a
have
pretty
kind of
short
been
row.
cruising along.
Yeah, it's a pretty short row. And I could finish it by next time. I probably won't.
Okay. You need to do needles.
Because of my other thing.
I didn't do my needles.
Let's see. So
this
these
is
are on.
all. Wait, just a second. This is all Wicked U Fiber Arts yarn, and these are signature needles size
Wait, these are my 8s?
size 4.
Are these my 8s?
I have no idea.
Apparently these are my 8s,
Okay,
which is
so Chow Goose, and what's the yarn?
it's Encore. In
And what's
a
the
color
and what's
in one of their very creatively named colorways.
one of their numbers? And what's the pattern?
Verdure or ver. One of these days I'm going to learn how to pronounce French.
You're working on it,
I am.
and it's in the Botanical Knits 2.
2.
I know because I looked it up.
2. All right, it's in Botanical Knits 2.
All right, so that transitions into my next UFO,
Yes, please go
which
on.
is this big. But you got to hold it up so they can see what's hanging
I
off of
don't-
it.
But I just started knitting again.
I know, but your arms are longer.
But it's your project. Why aren't you doing them 2 at a time? You should be doing them 2 at a time.
No, because okay, I'll explain why.
You should be doing.
Just
Oh.
a second.
I understand
Okay,
why
so
you can't do them
this
2
is
at a
what I'm
time now. So, it's a little.
It's a little baby cast on.
It's a milk stash.
It's a milk stash. Okay, but show them what's hanging off.
You're
of
welcome.
It. That's from nope. Show them what's hanging off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, hold it still.
that is.
From Knitty by Nature.
Oh okay.
Okay, so I am knitting the Pumpkin Spice Latte Mittens by Skein by
Ooh.
Ellie of Skein Knits.
Cool.
Now, the reason
We
I
were
am
talking
not
to her
knitting these
earlier.
Yes, I was. The reason I'm not knitting these 2 at a time is because
It's a kit.
no. It's not a kit. It's because I would have to pull from the inside and the outside of both balls of yarn at the same time to do the color work.
I've done that.
I have done it too, And I'm choosing not to on this project. So I'm doing these mittens one at a time. Now, this yarn is...
Practically unheard of for you.
I know, practically.
When you were doing socks one at a time, it kind of failed.
It's close to a fail, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna succeed though.
Are you?
Yes, I'm going to
color
get back
work.
to them. What?
It's color work.
Yeah, I know, I like color work. Yes,
Okay.
I like color work. Alright, this is a Portuguese yarn called Mondim.
Are you sure that's an M and not an N?
Yes.
It is cursive. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, it's an M.
See?
I just...
Mondim. So it's a Portuguese yarn, and this color is 101. And this color is...
I am going to be really upset if I
Non-existent.
reach the end of this and I don't...
100.
And I'm not on the
It looks
right
like.
number
So,
of repeats for my... I'm going to be really upset.
you're stretching out longer and longer.
Yeah. Well, I've just wrapped it around this stitch. That's all I've done.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I
So you can
haven't
pull it in.
actually
Very cool.
connected
I like
yet.
that. Okay. So, where was I? Ah,
Australia.
Mondim. Oh, yes, Australia. So, Mondim color 101, color 100, and I'm using Chow Goose.
How are those two right next to each other?
I don't know.
In the color scheming thing.
Yeah, I wasn't in charge of that part.
Right,
So,
but...
I'm going to be making the pumpkin spice latte mint spice gaindeer. Highly recommend it. She also has a wonderful Selbu mitten club. So she's releasing all of these different mitten patterns
Mhm.
as part of a club. And she's doing one a month.
Oh, okay.
She's also getting ready to do some fun stuff for Christmas mittens too. Very excited about that.
Christmas mittens.
Yes, so these have just been barely started today. I cast these on today. And that is what I've got so far. This is a toothy yarn. It could be next to skin if you wanted it to be. It's not that bad. It's a tiny bit. But you want it grabby. It's non-superwash. I followed all of Ellie's directions on how to pick good yarn. Alright. Who's next?
What? Oh, I think...
Me again?
It's you.
With
yeah.
socks? Okay. So, I have a new sock cast on. My September socks finally got cast on. Have no idea if they'll actually get finished in September. But I told you guys last time I was casting these on. And it is from the Mothy and the Squid yarn. The Luna Moth colorway. In sparkle.
I don't mean to disparage
Love
you,
this.
but I doubt it.
What? You don't. Oh, that I'll finish it? We'll see.
You have 6 days left.
I could get these done in 6 days if that's what I really wanted to do. We'll see.
Yes, but is it?
I don't know.
Exactly. Hence my doubt.
I just don't know. Alright. So these are... There we go. Oh, and those colors are so good. I don't know if they can see the sparkle, but it's so cool looking. The needles are Addy Zeros. I haven't talked about any of my bags. I forgot to talk about my bag. This is my Manakori bag. And this just, I love this yellow flower. It reminds me of aspens. The aspens that are changing.
Oh,
with
the
this bright
aspens
yellow.
are turning right now. It
So
literally
gorgeous.
looks like the hills are on fire.
And
It's
I put
so beautiful.
another Knitty by Nature pumpkin. These glass pumpkins on there. Did you catch it?
I did.
Oh, yes. All right. And that's a Manakori bag. And she has an Etsy shop. That's Eleni. And this is So Cozy Knits for my sock. And another So Cozy Knits for my Find Your Fade. Which is almost done now. Okay. That's what I got.
Moment of truth.
That's what I've got for UFOs that I'm doing.
Okay. was
That's what
really
I-
worried about. 1 second, let me finish up this route because I was really worried about it,
He was really worried that he was going to be off by 1 stitch.
and I was just because I've already tinked half
You
of
can-
this round.
But you can fudge.
But I mean, I wouldn't have been able to fudge.
Yes, you could.
It would have been somewhere in the middle, and it would have thrown off the entire ribbing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If you would have made a mistake.
Yes, if I would have
Yeah, you
purled
could have checked
one
it.
too many times.
He's doing a ribbing.
And
He
knitted
could
one
have.
too many
Wait,
times.
just a second. You could have gone through and checked and made sure you were correct. And if you were and still had an extra stitch, you could have fudged it.
Oh well, yeah, but I
Okay,
counted
now,
right.
Now, because he's right at this spot, I'm going to teach you an Elizabeth Zimmerman trick.
What's the Elizabeth Zimmerman trick?
Okay.
What?
So you
What?
make sure very carefully when you're joining in the round, he's doing a hat. So you make sure very carefully to make sure all of your stitches are not twisted. That you've got them on and you've joined not twisted.
I did that.
You always do that. Wait, let me show him something.
But
I know, let me show him something.
don't twist my round.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, but you are, because that's
I'm
the
not.
trick that you're going to demonstrate.
And you're coming unscrewed.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, aren't you glad?
I will.
So, you do your whole thing all the way around and make sure you're not twisted. If you are, at this point, you only have one strand right there. Now, he's done a little trick so he can just tighten that up. But you only have one strand right there. So, if you need to, you can turn it. And all you're doing is twisting this one strand. So, do a double check after you do your first round of in the round knitting. And if for some reason you find yourself that you have twisted without realizing it or done something else, then you can, the very last, right then, you can twist it and you can fix it. Do you want a stitch marker now?
No.
Alrighty. Alright. So now it's time for you to talk about and show your next project that you're working on right now.
1 second. I need to knit the first stitch of my next round.
Okay.
And maybe a few stitches after that.
So just today, about 2 hours ago, I think.
Yep. I was like, hey, I should knit a hat so that I can be warm when the winter comes.
Because it's suddenly gotten
It's
a little
suddenly
cooler
gotten
here.
very cool here. Not cold, but cool. And so I was like, I should knit a hat. So I went on to Ravelry, as you do, and I looked for hats, and I found a hat. Let's see.
We did a survey of the VCAN.
And we did a survey of the VCAN, and everyone
everybody voted
said
for
this
one.
hat. Which, I mean,
It's amazing.
I think they were right.
It's called Cool Law.
Cool House.
Cool House.
Cool House.
By
By
Jared Flood.
Jared Flood of, let's see, there's more to it though. Brooklyn Tweed.
Brooklyn Tweed.
Yes, Brooklyn Tweed. So he designed it on behalf of them. It is
Looks really cool.
It is really cool looking. Like it is
gonna look
my
really cool.
kind of mathematical
went-
structure.
And we went shopping,
As you do.
as we do. And we found this wonderful
what is it? Let's see. It's
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
by Malabrigo.
Malabrigo, yep. It is, yep, Jupiter 049 Malabrigo.
Yeah, this is one of
And
those.
it's really, and it's perfect on the
This is one
camera.
of those yarns that
Like I said,
just,
it's because I'm wearing red and you're not. That's
Okay.
the only reason our colors are good right now.
So
So
I
it's
just
Jupiter.
this is one of those yarns that I was just shopping and I went, okay, that has to exist in my library because it will get used
It's a
sometime.
very nice red.
It's a good red. Okay, so that's the one you're doing.
Yep, and I'm
now,
just going
you're
around.
using Chow
and-
Goose, and you're just doing the ribbing right now.
Yeah, and I thought these were my 8s, but now I'm thinking they're my 9s. Yep, they're my 9s. So apparently I'm working on 9s.
Did you mean to work on 9s?
Yes.
What's the recommended needle?
We're gonna go with yes on that as an answer to that question.
Not recommended needle, but what's the needle they list?
The needle they list is 16
8.
inch, 8.
Oh. 6 for the ribbing,
Right, except
and then 8.
I'm a rebel, and don't want to.
Do you know why you knit your ribbing smaller?
So that
A
it
smaller
grabs your head
needles?
better?
Yeah.
Except I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to turn up the rim instead.
So you're going to do it all in...
And I'm going to do more ribbing.
Okay, so you're going to do it all in 9.
Yep.
All right. We will see how that works out for you.
You don't have to make it sound ominous. You really don't have to make it sound ominous. You know that, right?
It might work out really well.
Right, but you don't, which is why you don't have to make it sound ominous.
Alrighty.
That is
Okay.
why you don't have to make it sound
What
ominous.
else do we have? What else do you have? Because I only have one more thing.
No, that's it for me.
That's it? That's all you have?
That's it.
We showed your... Oh, your Doctor Who scarf.
Is done.
Your police box scarf is done. We showed that last time.
Um,
Are we ready for the one UFO that exists? I mean, one Done and Beautiful that exists?
I feel like that is a very untrue statement.
Why?
Because there are many UFOs and Done and Beautifuls. Both of those things.
I mean, that exist for this podcast. New for this podcast.
Right. Yeah, that's...
Should we do it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I suppose it is time.
Okay.
See?
All right.
Relax.
My-
I'm a professional.
Yeah, professional what? Okay. So, my September socks, my Agent M and Tangent socks are done. How are those colors? Those are pretty
Those
good.
are good colors. Wait, the green's a bit dark.
And the purple's a bit,
No, the purple's good.
it's a tiny bit blue. Okay.
Tiny
Anyway.
bit.
So, Agent M and Tangent. And it has fringe.
They're fringy socks.
Deal with it. So,
Sound
They
like
might get-
Rebecca.
yeah, I do sound like Rebecca. So, I did a Kiss the Partridge heel, and I did an Eye of Partridge heel flap. I did Twisted Rib, and just regular plain old toe. Same thing over here, except for opposite colors. And these may be the best fitting socks I have knit.
Ever?
Maybe.
Ever?
Mm-hmm. They might be. I will wear them and find out. I got to wear wool socks today. I've worn them before, but
Yeah, it was chilly, and she got to wear wool
It was
socks
chilly
today,
and perfect.
Is what she was
perfect
trying
for wearing
to say.
red socks. Yes. Should we put these back? No?
I don't feel like reaching behind me again.
No. Okay, so they don't go back up. All right, so that's all our show and tell, isn't it?
Yes, it would seem to be.
It would seem to be. Okay, I think that's our show and tell. What's next?
Next, it is time for our featured maker of the month.
Woohoo! Our feature maker of the month is Jillian from Mothy and the Squid for
Mothy and
September.
Squid. Yes.
And we're going to talk about her first. And because this episode will bridge 2 months before you see it, it'll be like the next one is second week of October, I think, is when you'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
But we are going to... I totally lost what I was saying. Oh, so we'll do
We're
Mothy
going
and
to
the Squid
introduce
first.
our next
And then we'll
maker of the
introduce
month
our
as well.
October Maker of the Month in a few minutes.
Briefly.
Okay,
Briefly.
so where is...
You have the Mothy and the Squid
I have
stuff.
the Mothy and the Squid stuff. Okay. So, Mothy and the Squid. Oh, amazing. And there's a coupon code that will exist in this space. I think it's color 15. Yes.
Yes, that is correct. Be warned, by the way, to Rebecca and all others who suffer
Okay.
from chapodophobia and toothophobia.
Teuthophobia?
Yeah.
Teuthophobia. Okay.
Toothophobia.
There will be images and discussions of squids and octopuses,
Yes.
which we kind of already started, but there we go. All right. This one is...
Well, you didn't give me time to give the warning.
This is the blood vein moth.
Oh, I forgot to do moth.
My God,
Fear
this
of
is
moths.
beautiful.
That's sorry. I'm sorry.
Forgot to do the fear of moths.
I looked up squids and octopuses, but
Most
I
knitters,
forgot moths.
Most knitters have a fear of moths. You
right?
should look that up.
See, it's...
Should have looked it up.
I'll have it next time. I promise.
Just because, even though she's not going to be the maker of the month anymore.
We're knitters. We have a
We
fear
have
of
a
moths.
fear of moths. Okay. All right. And this one is the ruby tiger moth. And this moth is absolutely this dark color. And, oh, you can see it. Look at that. This is perfect. It really is this dark. With those hints of purple and maroon.
See, what I think we need
really
is just a rainbow.
A rainbow?
In our screen, so that the camera knows what all of the colors are supposed to look like.
You think we need a rainbow?
And it can yeah, a rainbow. No, not that rainbow. Not that rainbow.
It's a rainbow.
Stop. Stop being gimmicky.
This one's called... You did it. This one's called Gray Skies Rainbow Bright.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
That was your choice.
I love it. This is a self-striping.
Is that Mothy and the Squid?
This is Mothy and the Squid.
Good.
And this one is something Oratorium. I'll put up a picture. Yeah. I'll put up a picture. This is beautiful. With this yellow, this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous yellow. Look at this yellow. And this is bright lemon yellow. It's kind of going just a tiny bit green. And then this vivid, vivid fuchsia pink.
It's a little bit deeper than that.
Okay. So, more Mothy and the Squid. And I showed you this.
Nope, we lost something.
I know it's crossword. Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
No, I know what it is.
What? Oh no, that fell down. No.
It wanted attention.
It wanted attention. Okay. So, I showed you guys this one. Oh, there. Hey, look at that. And they're all speckly. These are incredible. Okay, so this rainbow, I showed you guys this like first time we introduced it. But this, then I found and remembered. I had this rainbow. I found this on the shelf. Okay, now I'm going to hold this one. Can I do this at the same time? Look at this. Can they see this?
Yes, they can.
Because I can't see anything. Are the colors right?
Yes, they are.
Wow. Okay, so this is amazing that I have these two. I love that I have these two together. And that's the Mothy and the Squid we have to show. This time. Yes. And I am going to be knitting on Mothy and the Squid and doing that because I've uncovered lots of Mothy and the Squid as I've been putting my Mothy and the Squid away.
Uncovered or
what?
Rescued.
I don't know. Whichever one seems appropriate. Okay.
Oh, I think it's the second one. The second one is the much more appropriate of the two. Okay. All right.
So, we're very excited about this. This is a brand new dyer that is our Maker of the Month. She just barely opened her shop Friday. So this is exciting.
Did not wait till Friday.
I did not wait till
to
Friday.
purchase from her.
She sent me, but just before. But two of these that I'll show, and there's just some. They're amazing. Now she has more. I don't want to say rustic, but it's not your typical. It's not your typical merino. So these are both No, this one is 100% merino. Non-superwash. But it's non-superwash merino. So this is 100% merino. This one's called Oil Spill. And this is Otherworldly Yarns. Here, I'll show you her. Otherworldly Yarns. And there'll be a link. And any other stuff that I've forgotten to say will be on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you think I should be saying something or I'm missing something, just look at the screen. And you'll figure it out. This one's called Oil Spill. Now, one of the cool things about her yarn is she has these little excerpts. They're like excerpts. Little snippets that, like, you extract it from the middle of a story, but it kind of tells a whole story in itself. It's awesome. So this one is Oil Spill. The great red sea hawk swept low over the waves and opened its beak, scooping the spilled oil from the ocean and flying to the top of Mount Graham's volcano with it. On the beach, the captain of the crashed spacecraft was being issued with a ticket for flying under the influence. Oil Spill. It's got all these wonderful colors, just like an oil spill. Okay.
Okay,
this
I wouldn't describe an oil spill as having wonderful colors.
The light that reflects off the top of the oil spill.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I would never use wonderful and oil spill in the same sentence together.
Okay.
Let's be honest. That's
All right.
not a thing that should ever be done.
All right. This is Superwash sock, and this is Polworth nylon 8515. And this is Buried Alive. Now, this is not B-U-R-R-I-E-D. It's B-E-R-R-I-E-D. Buried Alive. Shrunk to the
I get it.
Shrunk to the size of an ant and crushed by raspberries and cream was not the way that Amber Fox had expected her adventure to end. Buried Alive.
That is...
Isn't that just outstanding?
That is good. I gotta admit, that one's good.
Okay. And all of her things have little stories with them. So, fantastic. Fantastic. Otherworldly Yarns. There'll be links for all the makers and everything. And you can go to the Maker of the Month page and look up the old Makers of the Month and go visit them still. Or, not old. Former. Our former Makers of the Month. And go visit them. All right. Is that it for Maker of the Month? I think that's it for our Maker of the Month.
Yes.
So we did September and October.
Yes. So
Okay.
Now it's time for giveaways.
Now it's time for giveaways. So we have a giveaway.
Yes, we have a giveaway.
And we had a giveaway last time. So we have to announce the winner of...
All right. So
Wait, announce the winner for this skein of yarn.
this is why I was laughing earlier.
If you saw it. You might not have.
Because
Might have been
we started
NZL.
doing Makers of the Month, and I was like, I cracked up. Because the winner of this skein of yarn
Yes.
is Kitten Whiplash. Which, first of all, well done. Well done on that name.
Well done.
That is a well done name.
Now the prompt was, what's your favorite movie?
Yes.
And she said,
Let's see, there are too many. Some for their message, some because I need to cry or laugh or root for an underdog, some because they scare or scare the super wash out of me, which... Well done.
Scare the super wash out of me. Well done. Okay.
Some keep me on the edge of my seat yelling at the characters, some for the nostalgia of times I remember or wish I'd been around for, some for great music, and some because they are so bad that they've kind of grown on me.
G-R-O-A-N.
Grown is spelled as in aww.
G-R-O-A-N. Okay.
Sorry, but yeah, they are as bad as that pun. Oh yeah, there are also some for the hot guys and sexy ladies. The Fifth Element fits quite a few of those categories. I won't say which.
Very well done. And a nice, very, very well worded entry.
I appreciate
I appreciate that. Okay.
The puns and the
Everything.
it was
Well
good.
played.
Just
Well played.
Played.
Please PM me, Junip on Ravelry, with your full name and mailing address, and we will get this right out to you.
Gareth
Okay.
is super wash out of me. Just,
All right. So
thank you for that.
next,
our next giveaway will be
for this book,
and
Yarnitecture.
should we do the topic of our...
No, because this one is a spinning thing. So this is for spinners, and we know not everybody's a spinner, but we have quite a few spinners out there in our audience. And this is a fantastic book that talks about
how to spin well.
how to create the yarn you want.
Yes.
And it uses the analogy of, it says here, a knitter's guide to spinning, building exactly the yarn you want. So if you're interested in starting spinning or want to know more about spinning or whatever, please enter our giveaway.
Yes. And what's
'Cause
the
this is a
subject of our
very,
giveaway
very
going
good
to be?
What should we have? Should be something related to spinning.
How easily do you get dizzy?
No. Let's see. What should our question be? What yarn or spinning technique would you most like to try? What yarn or spinning technique would you most like to try?
Or do you most enjoy?
Or do you most enjoy? Okay,
Because maybe you're one of those people who's literally tried everything.
Maybe. And you just like this one now. Okay. So, Yarnitecture. 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 There you go.
Yarnitecture.
Yeah, Yarnitecture. That's
Because the root word is architecture.
Yes. So it would be Yarnitecture.
She was getting texture
Fabulous. Yes, exactly.
mixed up in her brain with architecture.
Yeah, it came out weird. All right. So this is the book. Enter. We'll open a Ravelry thread.
And this is why puns are difficult.
Yes. You'll have 1 week from the upload of this. A guaranteed 1 week. Sometimes your opportunity may expand, but you will not have less than 1 week from when this is uploaded.
So,
all right,
that's our giveaways.
And what's
now
next?
It's time
for our conversation.
Yes. In which we conversate.
We talk. We converse. We don't conversate. You and that word. Okay.
I only do it because it bugs you.
I know.
Okay. So.
But if I don't object, then people will think that I endorse it. And we cannot have that, thinking I endorse bad grammaring. Did you see what I did there? Okay.
I did.
Right.
It was somewhat counterproductive.
Okay, so we're talking. What are we talking about?
So last time we spoke about movies. This
and we had
time,
our survey. Our survey.
How exact was the 50-50 split?
50-50.
Really? So
it was
apparently,
absolutely 50-50.
So apparently,
50%
half
of people
of you like old movies.
Who voted? Right. Half of the people that voted picked old movies, meaning
half of
before
the
1960.
You...
And then half of the people voted for new movies.
Yes, which was like 2000 and on.
Half the people who voted. Yes.
So the people have spoken. It's
undecided.
It's undecided. It's a hung journey.
Totally undecided.
Yep. So this time,
no definitive thing.
On a closely related note, TV shows.
Yes.
Well, not particularly TV shows, because I have a couple that did not originate on TV, but you probably won't have heard of them, because...
What, like... Oh, you're talking like the ones that now... It's the new version of TV where you have an Amazon original series or a Netflix original series?
That's TV.
It still counts as TV?
I'm talking web series. Like Red versus Blue.
Like rodents.
And Rodents. Yeah, that's
my word.
that's another web series. And also Ruby, spelled RWBY.
Mr. Deity.
Mr. Deity, also a web series. Hilarious. Yes, but we'll start with...
And my ringtone.
That is still your ringtone. I actually associate it less with Mr. Deity and more with just your phone ringing.
Okay. Okay. We need to talk about TV shows.
Right, TV shows. Or I guess just shows. But that's like, I don't know. That could be movies. Anyway.
No, we
episodic
did
movies.
We missed some
stories.
Movies, by the way.
What did we?
The Court Jester.
Oh, I
put it on the screen.
I can't believe I forgot.
I put it up on the screen.
That,
Danny Kaye movies.
I feel so bad. Such a funny movie. It's just like...
It's so awesome.
It's so good.
The vessel with the pestle.
Has the brew that is true.
They replaced it with a chalice with bigger of a palace. Okay, we digress. All right.
So yeah, that's a thing.
And what others? There were some others that people when they listed them, I went,
How did we not
miss this?
Because we know too many movies.
We know too many movies. We've seen too many movies.
We know all the good movies.
We know lots of good movies. We don't know all the good movies. Okay.
So, with regard to TV shows, I'm going to start with where we've been recently, which is Downton Abbey.
Yes.
By the way, spoilers ahead. If that wasn't clear enough,
we will be talking about
there
spoilers.
Will be spoilers. There may not have been last time, but there will be this time. Guarantee it.
He says, "Yeah, I'm watching Downton Abbey," and I went, "You're watching Downton Abbey? Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, I really like it." I'm like, "Okay, what do you like about Downton Abbey? Why is this so compelling for you? Share, please."
What?
Share why you love Downton Abbey so much.
Because it's very character driven. I feel it is just it's very, very character driven, and I love that in a show. I'm gonna pull in another one, which is like my all time. Like I could actually, let me think about this for a second. Yep, I'm gonna place Firefly as my all time favorite TV show.
Firefly's good. Except they ruined it.
It's pretty clear.
Except they totally ruined it.
I mean, yeah, Wash died.
Totally ruined it.
Yeah, he died, but then, I mean...
They totally ruined it.
But then...
The way they did the last thing.
Right, but then River does the whole dance thing where she... just like the metaphor present in that scene where she dances their tormented souls to rest, and it's just,
Okay.
It was awesome. That was actually worth it to me.
All right.
Because that was just such a good scene metaphorically, and just like, River.
Okay.
Good. Anyway, I was talking about Downton Abbey.
Yes.
Which, the reason I brought up Firefly is because it's another really good character-driven show.
Firefly, yeah.
It's really about the characters and what and how they react when stuff happens in their world.
When life happens.
Yeah.
In some pretty amazing, impactful ways. So, Downton Abbey, though, you said you also like the music?
Oh, the music. It's just like the soundtrack is... It's so good. It's just so good.
And what else do you like about it?
So good.
Do you like the setting, too?
I mean, the setting is interesting and fascinating, but I feel like if the show was what it is, it could be in any setting.
I see.
The show is good independent of its setting.
Because of the story.
Yes.
And because of the... I mean, because of characters in the story.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And, of course, we have our wonderful Dowager.
Oh, the Dowager Countess. So, I don't remember if we figured out what her name was.
Yeah,
last time.
somebody put it in the thing, and now I've forgotten again.
But
somebody made it put it as a comment to one of the other movies.
But she's amazing. She just, her lines are so good in that show. It's so good.
Do you promise?
It's just like, I won't be returning again. Do you promise?
Do you promise? Snark with etiquette.
Yeah, snark with etiquette.
Okay. Anyway.
Which is, it's so good. Also, I am really salty.
What?
Oh, that's right. You're not. So, salt is a term that we gamers use, and us children of the internet use to describe annoyance, and it's a combination of annoyance, regret, and extreme irritation.
What? I don't even understand
Like
what you're talking
when you
about.
lose a match, you would say that you are salty. Or no?
I don't even understand where you're going with this.
I'm
You
talking
said-
about Sybil. I am very
Oh.
salty.
He hasn't watched all of it. Just so you know, he has not finished the whole thing.
Okay, there's no way that she's not dead. There is no way.
Oh no, Sybil's dead.
Right, but like, why is it important that I haven't watched the whole thing?
No, because I'm
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
I'm
explain,
halfway through.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to explain that you have just experienced Sybil's death.
I
That's why you're annoyed.
I am so mad right now. It's
Okay, so Anyway.
really mad.
moving on. We've spent quite a bit of time on just Downton Abbey.
Yes, we have. So,
That might be streamlined.
I mentioned Firefly a second ago.
Firefly,
All 14 episodes in the movie. It's just all good
Doctor Who.
all the time. Wait, I'm still.
No, we need to move on. We need to get more TV shows in.
But Firefly is my all-time favorite.
Okay, good. Firefly is your all-time favorite.
Okay, well. Alright, no, it's Firefly and Doctor Who. Those two share the top slot.
Now, the big debate, anytime you mention Doctor Who, is which Doctor?
Obviously, Capaldi is only choice, only correct choice to that question. He is so good.
But we love Matt Smith.
I mean, he's great.
The correct answer for me...
And right after Capaldi, there's Matt Smith.
Wait, the
but
correct answer for me is whichever Doctor I'm watching at the time.
I see. So you're one of those people.
Because I just get into the story, and it's whatever Doctor I'm watching right then. It's the one I like.
Well, the thing is, he's very much a similar character.
Now, which companion? That's
I mean,
different.
it's. I mean, come on. Is there really a choice here?
Between Clara and
And
Pond
I mean,
and Amelia? That's
yeah.
hard.
I mean, yeah,
That's hard.
but Clara is just. She is a little bit more the Doctor than Pond was.
But Amelia is the companion.
I know.
And the
she's
storyline between
and she's
her
and I get all of that, and it's
Rory.
all very well crafted, but there's just this tinge of fading.
and she's
and
the mother of River.
I got it. I got
River
it. She
is
is
amazing.
she's like super important, but it's actually all of that that makes her not my favorite companion.
Because you don't see her as a companion. You
No.
see her as a story.
It's kind of that. I really like Amy. And for a long time, she was my favorite companion. And then Clara. And then Clara happened, and it was just like, there was no debate anymore. It was just, Clara is the best. But the reason I liked Amy is because she and Matt Smith were really good together. But I started to not like her as much because everything that happened with her was driving this one plot forward. It was furthering this plot for like
the river
2.5 seasons. For like 2.5 seasons, well, 2 seasons. The half at the end was kind of, more of a.
I know with the
that was
weeping angels, and when she.
I was just like, I mean, honestly, that's the best way for a companion to go. That really is.
Speaking of weeping angels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Moving on.
But I haven't. But Clara. So
yeah, got Clara.
That's why I don't like Amy as much as I like Clara. That doesn't mean that I don't like Amy. Amy is great. Amy is fantastic. But Clara's just a little bit better. Just a little bit.
I still don't know what happened with Clara.
Yeah, I'm... Okay. Since we're talking about Doctor Who, me and a friend of mine have gone through... We count 12 immortals. 12. That he has left running around the universe. This is a problem.
What other shows?
The
Tick.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Dirk Gently.
Okay, Dirk Gently. All 4 episodes of Dirk Gently were good.
The old one.
Were fantastic.
The British one, not the...
Yeah, no.
Not the newer one. The new one is okay. But it's not...
weird as all hell.
It's weird. But Dirk Gently, oh, that is awesome.
It's so good. The old Dirk Gently...
Detective Agency. The one, you can get it if you look hard on Amazon.
If you look really hard on Amazon, you can find it. And it's only like 4 episodes, and they're like an hour and a half
5,
each.
Maybe. I can't remember exactly.
They're long episodes, but there's only 4. Or maybe there's 5. But there's just like this little gem of film production. It's so perfect. Also, Sherlock, excellent show. I love it. It's both story and character driven, which is interesting, and it's an interesting combination. And the seasons are a little bit shorter. And it's kind of an oddball, but then so is he. So,
okay.
I really like it. You haven't seen it.
I have seen a couple.
Oh, a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. But I haven't gotten into it.
To the end. The ending is intense.
I sometimes will find these shows that are like, I have to watch them.
But you can't stop.
Yeah, and the plots are weird. Orphan Black is one of those.
You don't want to watch them, but you can't stop.
I need to find out what happens. I need to finish the story. So, Orphan Black did, and it's weird, and it can be dark, and so just warning. It can be dark and graphic. Strange. Anyway, but
Under the Dome, have only one thing to say.
Please.
Kill Jim. Just kill him. Just someone needs to. I don't care who. I don't care how. Just someone do it so that we can stop this eternal torment. Please.
And some they go weird.
That's the only problem with that's the only thing I have to say to Under the Dome.
Okay. What other ones did we?
So the other.
Here? Oh. House of Cards. I like House of Cards.
I have not seen it.
I know you haven't seen it, and you probably shouldn't. It's dark. It gets dark fast. The old House of Cards is really good too, though. the British version.
Okay.
Very cool. Better Call Saul.
Okay,
Awesome.
I've heard good things about this show.
Awesome.
What
but
about the show
you
that
have
it is
to-
a spin-off from?
you have to you have to watch Breaking Bad.
What about that?
Breaking Bad's kind of a slog, but it's really cool to watch Breaking Bad.
I know people who would not describe Breaking Bad as a slog.
I know, and I get that. And it's one of those that it's like, what in the world? How much more can he destroy his life? How can he? I mean, to what greater depth? How is he going to pull it out? Can he avoid it? Can he avoid getting caught? How much farther can his life explode?
It's also the source of a hilarious meme. Yeah, science.
So, anyway.
That's the only reason I know Breaking Bad.
Okay. So, anyway.
By the way,
Breaking Bad's okay.
That's not science.
I didn't. I liked
Anyway.
Breaking Bad, but I wouldn't say I really want to go watch it again necessarily. Better Call Saul. I like watching Better Call Saul, and the episodes over and over again. Okay, what else?
We
We got old shows. Should we go old shows?
Okay, so we've got $6 million
Nostalgia
Man.
shows. Oh yes,
The $6 million.
$6 million.
Better. We can rebuild him.
Steve Austin, astronaut, man barely alive. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
Anyway, so this is
The $6 million.
it's great. I love it. So
And the Bionic Woman.
right, and the Bionic Woman, which was kind of like it was.
I loved it when they met Sasquatch.
That was good. That was good. That was a good episode. I liked that one.
Sasquatch was good.
There's another really good TV show which was Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
The reason I like Wonder Woman
Yeah.
is
The one with Linda Carter.
yeah, one with the old one, the original. The reason I like Wonder Woman is because she never killed anyone.
That's
Not once did she ever kill anyone.
right.
On purpose or by accident. Like, okay, I want you to understand the dedication. I want
And
you to
she was-
understand.
Cute, too. Like Supergirl.
Okay. Anyway, I want you to understand the dedication that she had to not killing anyone. There's a bomber on their way to blow something important up, right? She doesn't shoot down the bomber. No. She lands on top of the bomber while it's in the air in her invisible plane. She climbs into the bomber. She talks to the pilot, punches him out, lands both planes, and takes him to the police. That is dedication.
Yes. Okay. Batman?
No.
Yeah.
There was a series with Batman?
With Adam West?
No.
Bam! Pow!
No.
Yes!
No.
Batman! Yes! Star Trek.
All I can think of is Batman. Well,
Star-
like that's
I am
it.
Batman West.
Batman. Well, okay.
I am Batman West.
Which is from the Tick, the old Tick. So Star Trek, the originals, great. Star Trek Next Generation, haven't seen. I'll have to let you take that one.
I like it.
Okay.
But I like both of them.
Right, and then the
Because, Captain Picard
right.
and Facepalm practically invented it.
So there's that. Also, Stargate.
Yes. Yes.
So Stargate is another one of my favorites. It's not quite. I don't like it quite as much as I like, Firefly or Doctor Who, but it's really good, and I like it in both of the incarnations that I recognize.
Okay, so both of the incarnations.
Both of the incarnations that exist that are real. Okay,
I don't understand.
because Stargate Universe does not count.
Oh, no.
No,
That was
that
different.
was
It was
that
good.
was wrong.
It was okay. It got weird.
It wasn't.
It started okay. It's like Firefly. They started okay.
No,
but they went
Firefly.
wrong.
Firefly was good. Stargate Universe
was weird.
It was like they were
That was
trying to
weird from the
be
beginning.
a modern teenage drama, which
It got dark.
was a problem for me
It was all dark.
because
and
that's
weird.
not what Stargate is. Part of the reason I love Stargate so much, by the way, is their universe. The universe that they create is fantastic.
Where were we?
So,
Stargate universe.
Yes. So no, we're moved on. From
Not
that.
the universe.
I love.
But the universe of
Oh, right.
SG-1.
Right, the universe of SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis. I love it. They just it's great. It's continuous. I love it. It's all the technology and the brilliant people.
I love the ones
and the slightly less brilliant people.
Some of the favorite ones I have is when they make fun of themselves.
Yeah.
Wormhole extreme.
It was great. It was great. So there's one episode where Stargate Command, they, as a propaganda thing, they start a TV show.
No.
Or they consult on a TV show about themselves.
No, you're getting it slightly wrong. There's the alien who knew about them.
Right. There's the alien who
writes the TV show.
Mm-hmm. And they consult on it because they realize that as a propaganda machine, it's actually really clever. The TV show, when there's a conspiracy theory that says, no, this TV show is real, no one's going to believe it. No one's going to believe that.
So I love it when they make fun of themselves.
There's this really hilarious part.
And I love the DeLuises that keep going in. I mean, the Dom DeLuise had a part in one of the episodes. I love Dom DeLuise.
Who was he?
The guy who went inside their head and tried to make them like things. No, he's not the Atreyu guy.
Yeah.
Atreyu.
He was hilarious.
So, Peter DeLuise and I can't remember the other son's name, but anyway, all his son, they produced it too. So, and they direct it sometimes, and so they're all in credit, but they were like, I think it was Peter was the policeman who was Sam's fiance.
He wasn't a policeman.
Yeah, he was from Denver.
He was a politician.
Nope. Policeman from Denver. Who was going to move down to Colorado Springs. Yeah, you're remembering wrong.
Okay. Anyway, I also really like how the characters traded out of SG-1. How eventually Colonel O'Neill leaves and eventually Daniel Jackson
some new people.
Leaves and then comes back because his replacement, I forget what his name was.
The fighter pilot.
What? Oh, no, sorry. Daniel Jackson's replacement. The alien.
Oh. Her.
No, him.
I don't remember him.
He was really clever. He was from the planet where Daniel Jackson got.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
He was really clever. He was great.
Okay.
And he was an excellent replacement for Daniel Jackson.
This is getting long. So
anyway,
basically, we like SG-1.
Yeah, and the continuations of SG. Oh, and what's her name? The woman with the black hair. Vala. She's just great. She's so good.
Okay. So.
Hilarious.
Are there any other old ones? There's.
Oh, MASH. Great show. I love it. MASH is a wonderful character-driven show. It's almost entirely character-driven, and it's a comedy, but it gets serious sometimes. And when it gets serious, it's really powerful.
Okay. What other shows? We're missing a whole bunch again.
I mean, there's probably...
We're gonna go... How do we forget that one?
I feel like it's not going to be as bad with this, because, like, the TV shows that really...
I do. Somebody's gonna say some that I'm gonna just go... How could I possibly forget
that TV show? Yeah.
I mean, there's some that were iconic when I was growing up.
Also, I don't know if any of you
Like Land of the Lost.
Oh,
The
there's
Slee Stacks.
right. There's Land of the Lost, and
the Slee Stacks.
which was one of those shows that was good then.
And Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Oh, right. Okay, so Lost. Right. That's okay. So I would have felt
Space.
I would have felt dumb about that. Lost in Space just is a classic.
And like, I mean, really dumb. Like we forgot a really, really important one.
Which one?
And I remembered it because I remembered a TV show that he was in. The space one.
Gonna have to be a little more specific.
The movie was oh shoot, what? Now the name is escaping me. I can see it. The one where they Dan loves it. It's the one with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Who's
And they were from the old space show, and then the aliens recreate their spaceship.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's not a TV show.
No, I know, but we forgot it as a movie, and I feel like a moron.
Oh, okay.
And I cannot remember the name of it right now.
I feel like we should say it now.
Yes, we should. What is it?
Because...
Please tell me.
Or maybe I shouldn't. It's Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest, yes.
We
forgot Galaxy Quest.
Which is so good. It was that's a really funny movie.
Oh. And so Tim Allen made me think of Tool Time.
Tool Time?
Yes. More power. And Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers. Okay, Buck Rogers.
20th century. Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
You would have felt like a total moron.
I would have felt like a total moron. You're right. There were definitely some that I were forgetting. So that I were forgetting?
Yeah. Whatever.
That I was forgetting.
Battlestar Galactica.
So wait. But Buck Rogers, first of all.
Starbuck.
It was.
Sorry, I was on.
It was old, and it was better then, I think. It's really, I really enjoyed it as a kid.
And I love
but looking at it now, I can see a lot of things wrong with it.
I love the South Park version of that.
Wait, there's a South Park version of Buck Rogers?
Oh, yes. Cartman gets frozen.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Oh.
And he gets frozen.
And Butters forgets where he's buried or something.
No, an avalanche comes.
Oh, an avalanche comes.
Okay, so there's South Park.
Right. So yeah, South Park, obviously. Just, I mean...
And yes, we know
there's no terms for South Park. It's South Park, and that's it. It's just its own thing.
That's a completely different conversation.
Also, Game of Thrones. I'll let you take it away with your...
No. I know so many people like Game of Thrones, and this is going to make me so unpopular. But holy cow, I do not like that show, but I cannot stop watching it. It is... I'm like... Just... Winter needs to get here. I can't.
Also, I really appreciate.
Is winter going to arrive?
Right. I really appreciate. Also, by the way, with regard to Game of Thrones.
I mean,
So,
I saw the South Park version before I ever saw any Game of Thrones thing. I saw the South Park, the Black Friday thing that they did about that, and I went, okay, I'm good. I don't need to see Game of Thrones.
That's it for me. That's all I need to know.
After seeing Game of Thrones, then I went back and watched that South Park, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't miss anything. I'm good.
They got everything in those 3 episodes.
I'm good. I could have skipped all of that.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, when you think about it, when they're talking about the long winters and the long summers, they live on a planet that doesn't spin. It's really fascinating. Because when you think about it...
No. We're not going there.
Do they?
No, we don't care.
Okay, so do they have days and nights?
We really don't care.
But it's...
I so don't care, and we need to get on.
But science!
No, that's not science. That's fiction.
Right, science fiction.
Speaking of shows, we have to do Discworld.
Okay.
And Magic.
Right. It's almost a show.
It is. They are little shows. They're not really movies. They weren't released as movies.
Okay.
They're released as shows.
All right.
They were BBC shows, almost kind of like miniseries, I think.
which is again a really interesting universe.
I love Discworld.
It's
Love
essentially
Discworld.
the story of a
The
disc
Color
world,
of Magic,
right?
is what it's called. The show.
Well,
is
that's
called.
one of them.
Yeah, and then there's also the Christmas one, which is awesome.
It's hilarious. So there's a disc which sits on the backs of 4 giant elephants, which stand on the back of a giant turtle that flies through space.
Mm-hmm.
Is how Discworld works. That is the show.
And magic is real in their world.
Yeah, and magic is real in their world, and there's guilds for everything.
Yeah.
There's a
It's
guild
great.
of assassins. There's
Yeah, it's good.
it's good.
It's good. So the Color of Magic and Discworld.
We didn't talk about Battlestar Galactica.
We did not talk very much.
The old
one, not the new one. Well, the new one
Okay,
is
so the new one was a different kind of show, and it was
Totally
okay in its own way.
up until a certain point, and then it's just like, okay, just finish the story for us, please.
Please, just because they had like a
A lot of new stuff. I think a lot of the new shows get to that point. It's kind of like almost the old shows. It's like Gilligan's Island and the Brady Bunch and stuff. You know, that one Brady Bunch where one of the kids did something wrong and they didn't want to admit it, and then they
and then
got
they
found out
concealed it,
later.
and then they,
Yeah,
you know,
and they got
and then
found
they
out
learned a
later,
lesson.
and then they learned a lesson at the end, and
or
everybody learned a lesson.
that one Gilligan's Island where they almost get off the island and then Gilligan screws it up.
messed up. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. See?
That's a classic one. I mean, just that's
So there's those shows which are comforting in their predictability,
little bit, and
then
they're
there's-
almost always comedies.
and then there's the new shows that are just like, okay, we kind of get it. It's almost like they really should have just been one season, but they keep going on, and I need to find out what happens.
See, the only way you can do a really long, story-driven show is if you know the end already.
Right, but then you
And
have
what
to
I mean by that
know.
is when you consider How I Met Your Mother. You know the end. You know what's going to happen. And everything in between is just
Filler.
yeah. But that's what makes it good, because it's not about where they're going, it's about how they got there. And that's the important part of a show.
But
right?
How I Met Your Mother
Whereas-
is just a
I mean,
revamp.
I understand.
It's just a recycled
understand.
version of Friends.
I understand. But it was... I mean, I haven't seen Friends. But
It's
I would
just
still
Friends recycled.
argue that it was better because it was because of the how the plot was structured. I think that was really clever.
Possibly.
And also Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Makes everything better.
Neil Patrick Harris. And if you haven't seen, but okay, Google just the Tony Award songs with Neil Patrick Harris and watch those.
That's good.
Amazing. All of them. So there you go. Just 2 cents on that. And the Tony Awards is a show, so that
Right.
works.
A
in our
better
topic.
example of
No, we're doing. We're just listing shows we like.
right, The Journey
Oh, okay.
being the predominant part of the show is Avatar. Which was it was 3 seasons, and it
Hurts
was
my head.
that's because you didn't watch all of it. The first season was a kids season. The second one was much darker. You are not the correct judge of this.
Okay, maybe not.
You are extremely biased with respect to this show. It was really good because you knew he was going to beat the Fire Lord the whole show. And the other thing is, it was 3 seasons. There was a fixed time frame on the whole thing the whole time. There was going to be 3 seasons. It was going to be this journey, and that's what it was the story of. And so you knew he was going to beat the Fire Lord the whole time, and it was just how he got to that point, and how all of the characters went from where they were to victorious. And it was... I loved it.
And see, I love I loved the well, loved is maybe too strong a word, but I really enjoyed like Quantum Leap, and then there was that other one. Why can't I remember the name of it? Somebody, we were talking about it, and somebody said, "Did he mean this one?" And it was the one you were talking about, where they have a portal and they have to go through it. This kid invented the portal. They go through
Sliders?
it. Sliders. That's the one. That was an interesting one too.
Yeah.
Because they were in these different. It dealt with the concept of parallel universes. And what if things were just a little bit different?
Yep. Back when that concept was first introduced.
Yeah. Or when it was popular.
Well, it's popular now.
Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter. So, it was a little older, and then, is there anything else? Okay, what other shows?
Oh, there's Get Smart, which is...
The old Mission Impossible.
Which is, oh yeah, okay. So 1 second. There's Get Smart, which is another one of those shows that's really comforting in its predictability.
Mm-hmm. Then there's the old Mission Impossible. Those were good.
Those were good. Those were actually, in fact, really, really fun to watch, because
those are the 70s
it was
movies,
it was all about how they did it. You never knew how they were going to do it next. It was so fascinating and engaging to watch. Like, that was good show. And by the way, since we forgot this, the new Mission Impossibles, of which the best ones, I think, are the first one.
You mean?
The movies,
okay.
Right? So, of which I think the best ones are the first one and the most recent one. Those two are the best.
I can't remember what the most recent one was about.
The most recent one was Rogue Nation, where...
We did see that one.
Yeah, we saw it, and it was really good.
Okay. I'll just trust you on that one, because I can't remember the details.
It's where...
What other shows? Do we need to talk about any other shows? MacGyver! Oh my word! That was amazing.
Okay, I don't...
That was another...
I mean, it's the source of one of the most common cultural colloquialisms in...
Yeah, it was good. That was a good show. I love that one.
I've never seen it.
Oh, and the A-Team?
Once again, not in my experience.
That's where MacGyver is where Jack O'Neill came from. That's what he did before he became Jack O'Neill.
Oh, he was MacGyver?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to see this now.
Yes, you do.
I need it.
Yes, you do. I don't think you...
Because Jack O'Neill is...
Because Jack O'Neill.
Because Jack O'Neill is one of my favorite characters ever because of his snark. His pure, raw snark.
And I love the one...
Knight Rider?
Knight Rider. Oh. And Kit the car.
Kit... What? Who?
Yeah. He had a car. He had a smart car.
Okay.
It's sort of a superhero show.
Is this like Get Smart's car?
No.
That always does things wrong?
No.
Because
the car was snarky. It's awesome.
Okay. By the way, I really like that one episode of Battlestar Galactica in the old series where they modify Starbuck's Viper because he's going into unknown space. They modify it to be really fast. But when they tell him that they modified it to be really fast, they just say, oh yeah, we added all this extra booster stuff so that you can go really fast. You know, we added this onboard computer and we removed the laser pulsars. Don't worry about it. So he gets in the cockpit and he's like, oh, that makes sense. Remove the laser pulsars and you're unarmed. And then he launches out the... And it was really funny because the computer that goes on his Viper is so snarky. She's so funny. So yeah.
Okay, so we digressed again.
We did. It's just...
Have we forgotten anything? I know we've forgotten some.
It's a fact of life. We're going to forget some.
All right, so what's our question, though?
Our question?
For our survey. Is it old shows or new shows?
Um,
That was kind of the old movies, new movies. We already did that one.
well, I mean, yeah, and I feel like a lot of the. Okay,
I think
so
a
I
good
feel
one
like
is,
old
do
shows
you
versus
miss-
new shows is an important one to ask, because when you consider old movies, right? When you look at old movies, they were much more profound and meaningful. Whereas when you look at old shows, they were usually comedies.
Not always.
Well,
But I
yes,
kinda get your
but they
point.
had this repeatability. They had this not too terribly plot driven. It was
Star Trek was not a comedy.
no, you're right. It wasn't. It was, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't.
That was really cutting edge. Star Trek was really cutting edge.
Star
for
Trek
its time.
was so cutting edge. Like,
It really challenged. Oh, what is our? We need our question.
is it old shows? You were gonna say something about it.
I was going to say that maybe it should be. Do you miss? The question maybe should be: do you miss the old kind of TV? I mean, all right, I may not look it, but, and maybe I'll cut this out. But I remember when you had to get up and walk all the way over to turn the knob on the TV. There were no remotes. There was nothing. And you had 3 channels. 3. ABC, NBC, and CBS. And PBS. PBS. Okay, so there were 4. So those were your 4 choices. And you had to walk over and turn the knob. I remember even the first remotes. We got one. It had these buttons that were raised up about this tall off of the thing, and you pushed them down in, and they went chunk to chunk to chunk to chunk. And this is like advanced stuff. This is like cutting edge thing. To me, still they're chunkers because they chunk to chunk, remote. And I also remember having antennas, rabbit ears. They said on top of your TV. And I was sometimes the antenna because the parent would sit down here and go over there, move this way. And you wiggled it, but then you let go. And it wouldn't work anymore. So you had to stand there and hold the antenna so that they didn't miss that part of the show. Because there was no such thing as VCRs. There was no such thing as recording it. If you didn't see it the first time, you missed out.
It reminds me of that one episode of MASH where they have this really patchy signal, and Hawkeye and Honeycutt, they want to hear, what's going on. And so Hawkeye stands up there and holds onto the antenna and sticks his arm out, and then Honeycutt stands up a little bit higher and holds on to Hawkeye and sticks his arm out, and they get a good signal, and Radar, relays the information, and they're like, all right, bye. And then Radar's like, are you there?
Yeah, exactly. So this was real life.
Oh yeah, I know.
This is how it worked. And you ended up doing this. Okay, so I remember that. I remember old TV. I mean, not like super, 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 super old TV, but I remember old TV. When TV was kind of new. And you had just gone to color TV. When most people had color TVs. That was the big deal. So, maybe our question should be, and now, TV doesn't completely exist anymore, even.
No, it's not really a whole...
I mean, there's sort of networks, and there's sort of network shows.
But they're never
most
just
people-
one-time viewing anymore.
Right.
It's always, you can stream it over here, or it's also on Amazon or Netflix, or... it's
You can watch it. We almost never watch shows right when they come out, or on a TV even. We watch them on a computer, and so it's all in that zone. So I guess should our question be: are we nostalgic for old TV? I don't miss it. I'm glad we have some of the old shows and we can watch them like on the other, but I'm not super nostalgic for old TV where you had to watch it right then. You couldn't see it any other time.
Yeah, I think it should be old shows or new shows.
Old shows or new shows?
Yeah, old shows or new shows.
Okay, where's our dividing line between old shows and new shows?
Um, let's see. So I think our dividing line between old shows and new shows is, let's see. I think again it should be when CGI got good. Like the point at which CGI became really good is right when shows started turning. And movies, shows and movies started becoming something slightly different.
Should we say the 80s then?
Yeah.
Because that's when the new Star Treks came out, was in the 80s.
The new Star Treks. All right.
Late 80s.
I mean, I still consider those old because they're older than me, but I'm not a
You
good
weren't
judge
born
of old.
Till 2000. So should we
I wasn't born until 1999.
That's right.
Not 2000, 1999. The two are different years. It's the difference between being a rabbit and a dragon. Okay, I learned this in elementary school.
He's almost 18. In how many more days?
Saturday.
7 more days.
No, 8. No, 6. 6.
On the 31st of September,
6.
right?
Yeah, the 31st of September.
Because you share a birthday with Katie from
yeah,
Inside Number 23. And you think it's totally cool to do the 30 and 30.
Yeah. The what?
30. You were down looking very forward
Yeah,
to,
I was.
It's going
I'm
to
now
be
really
Katie's
excited
30th
for my
birthday.
30th birthday.
Because you get to turn 30.
Being on the 30th.
On the 30th.
That is exciting. Anyway, so we have now officially digressed off of TV shows. Do you like old TV shows or new TV shows?
And what's the
separated by the 1980s?
90s?
90s?
1990?
Let's go 90s. When did Stargate come out? Not the original movie, the show.
I want to say it came out in the 2000s.
Right. Okay, so let's go 90s.
But it could have been a little later than that.
Let's go 90s.
Okay.
So pre-90s or post-90s. And I think the dividing line is kind of unimportant because it's either an old show or a new show. Like, you can tell.
Well, but you just said...
When it's Gilligan's Island and...
That's an old show, but
all
what about
black
Star
and
Trek
white.
Next Generation?
Okay, Star Trek, I mean...
See?
I don't know.
And you consider...
I haven't watched enough Star Trek Next Generation to know.
Exactly. Okay, so
1995.
before 1995 or after 1995, we'll split the 90s difference.
Cool.
All right.
So, yeah.
That is if it's first airing. So you've got shows like Cheers, which we didn't even mention. Cheers. Holy cow. Okay, so we've got shows like Cheers that ran for so many seasons that they span some of... they would span...
MASH and... Hawaii Five-0, which... it was a good drama, kind of, almost.
If you're gonna go there, then you have what's the one Tom Selleck
if you go into
was
cop shows, you just don't go into cop shows.
What was the one Tom Selleck was in that was in Hawaii? It was he was in Hawaii and he had the thing. Oh, why can't I remember that? Magnum PI.
Oh, Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, the reason I bring up Hawaii Five-0 is because Hawaii Five-0 and MASH hold the titles for longest running drama and comedy, respectively.
Hawaii Five-0 was a comedy?
No, it was a drama.
Hawaii Five-0 was the drama and MASH was the comedy.
Yes.
I just don't think of MASH as a comedy. I guess that's why. I mean, I know it was a comedy,
yeah,
but I don't.
It was. So
okay, so the thing for the thing is, we did that one.
It's over there.
Oh, it's over there.
Are you sure? Because it's like a mirror thing.
Yeah.
So it's not.
So it would be your left.
All right, fine. It's over here.
Yeah, up there. And okay. Any other questions?
No, I suppose it is over here.
Anyway,
Do
we want them to answer in the show, below the show.
Yeah. So.
What are some of your favorite shows? The ones we missed.
What are your favorite shows?
We hit a few.
Is really
Mork and Mindy. Oh my God! How could we forget Happy Days on Mork and Mindy?
Okay, I don't know.
Because Mork and Mindy has Robin Williams in it.
Oh, okay, all right, Robin Williams, which I feel like
Robin Williams.
just Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
anything with Robin Williams.
Mark and Mindy is awesome.
So, anyway.
So, which ones did we forget?
Let us know.
We could keep going on, but then we'll just keep remembering stuff.
Yeah. So which ones did we forget, and which ones are your favorite? Like,
and which one's your favorite?
Once again, I think you need to answer this question because I did. Right? It's Doctor Who and Firefly hold the top spot, closely followed by Stargate.
No, I thought it was Downton Abbey.
Well, Stargate and Downton Abbey. Those two are I think in the next for different reasons. Okay, because Stargate is nostalgia to me. Like that is if I had to pick my childhood shows, that would be it.
Is Stargate.
Because
I watched Stargate when you were little.
Exactly, and like it was. I was afraid of the Wraith, like because the Wraith are terrifying.
The Wraith are pretty nasty.
So I was afraid of the Wraith, and that was my childhood right there. So but Downton Abbey also because it's a really good show, just a really good show. So those two are the next two down.
But then, so what's the question for me? What is my favorite?
Yeah, what's your favorite show?
I can't name a favorite any more than I could name a absolute favorite movie. Because it depends on what I'm in the mood for. Am I in the mood for something older? There's some pretty reliable ones that you could just put on. Also, I'm pretty easy as far as what I like. Now, there's some that are just nostalgic and things. Yes. Like, there's some old BBC shows, like, Monty Python. That's a TV show, and I love that.
It's.
He's Upstairs,
funny,
Downstairs.
But.
Why can't I remember?
Yes, but pick one. Pick a show.
These are British.
Pick a show that no matter what mood you're in,
Blackadder.
If you put it on, you would be happy.
Let's see. I don't know. There's not one that no matter what mood I'm in, I would want it.
No?
No, not one that no matter what mood I'm in, I would want to watch it.
Because the thing about movies is, right, there's little enough in a movie that when I think of a movie, right, I think of a mood. There's a moral to a whole movie. It's usually, something somewhat concise that you can think of. But when I think of a show, right, it puts me in a mood.
Oh,
and it puts me in the characters. And so
because it's more long term.
And so the shows that I like are the ones where I like the characters in the universe the most. So those are my favorite shows.
Yeah, and I know there's stuff that I'm missing. Like, I just came up with a whole bunch more. Blackadder.
You just know too many shows. You just.
Oh.
You're too cultured.
The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin.
You're far too cultured.
Oh, The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin. That is just outstanding.
It's The Rise and Fall.
And no, it's The Fall and Rise.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
All right.
And the Doc Martin. That one too. That one's good. And Fraggle Rock. Oh, we didn't even get into kids shows.
I've never even heard of
The Muppet Show. How?
Okay, I'm disappointed.
How?
I'm disappointed in myself now. Because the Muppet Show should have been. I mean, and we even forgot all the Muppet movies, which are pretty hilarious. Like, they're not quite my jam, but I can see how they are for other people. Like, I can see how they are good to other people. The movie,
the first one, is the one that is just done deal. I could watch that one quite a few times in a row.
Yeah, see?
I mean, not necessarily in a row, but I mean...
On The Muppet Show, it wasn't bad, but I wouldn't go out and choose to watch it.
Oh, I would.
Like, I wouldn't dislike watching it, but I wouldn't go out and choose to watch it.
Oh, I would. I love it.
And then as far as, like, really kids shows go, I don't know. I never
Sesame Street, The Electric Company. Oh, so many people don't even know about The Electric Company.
I never really got into kids shows.
Mr. Rogers. You loved Mr. Rogers.
Okay, Mr. Rogers, right? That is a childhood memory too. It's like my childhood is Mr. Rogers and then Buck Rogers and then Stargate. That's how it went. Oh, and Battlestar Galactica squeezed in there somewhere, like before or after Buck Rogers. It was kind of at the same time.
And Zoom, the old Zoom, not the
Okay.
new Zoom, the old one.
I was thinking of the.
And we missed the movie Zoom too. Another Tim Allen.
We forgot Tim Allen. Just jeez. Oh, it's so bad.
Another Tim Allen.
I hope we at least remembered. Okay, I'm gonna be really upset because I don't remember if we forgot Ender's Game.
We totally forgot Ender's Game.
Ender's Game was a good movie. It was a good movie.
It was a bad book.
It was a bad book, but it was a good movie. Did I talk about the Life of Pi at least?
I think you might have.
I think I talked about the life. Yeah, okay. I talked about the Life of Pi.
Okay.
All right, we're good now. But we need to stop now because it is getting late, and I have school early tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
And we're working on a 2-hour episode here.
So, yeah.
Unless
it's been a good run.
I probably will have thinned this out quite a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're still with us, thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you win a prize. You win.
What prize do they win?
10 internet cookies.
10 internet cookies. Alrighty then. We're getting feedback that was a very bad prize.
I can provide no better prize than a subscription to the Color and Life podcast and the continued enjoyment of our company.
Alrighty. Okay. So, is that it? Are we good? Oh no, we have questions from viewers.
We're done.
Did
we don't have any questions from viewers.
Did you? If we had any questions from viewers,
I'm so sorry.
They're next time. They're happening next time.
I'm so sorry. It'll happen next time.
We'll answer it
I
next
promise.
time. I don't know that we had any new
We had a
ones,
long
but
episode.
Okay. The questions from viewers will happen next time. Anything else? No.
No.
So, we better stop.
Until next time.
Have a colorful life.
Okay. No, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay. All right.
I figured it out, and now I'm back from outer space
You just walked in?
to find you here with
With
that sad look upon your face.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So enough of that.